TGIF 806 on August 30, the last day of August for 2024. And we are Island T. And don't forget, we're also simulcast on TVC Channel 40 over there on the cable's TV network. Cable TV network. In case you're wondering, and some of you are having, I was on my way here this morning, a friend of mine, went past me, rolled his window down and said, we can't get you on the radio. Well, we were having some issues, as you guys know, for the last 2 months or so. There's an issue at the Otley's level transmission site. That's that mountain off to the western side of the Bastia Valley. There's an issue there that is affecting not only Win FM but the other stations as well. And in addition, this week we have had our Spooner's transmission site off due to a technical issue which we're trying to get resolved as soon as possible. So we were hoping to have that resolved yesterday. It wasn't, but so hopefully we'll have it today. It depends on, availability of certain parts and so on. But rest assured, we're working on it, people. Okay, Kate, how are you doing?
I'm good. Good morning all, to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, to the regional and international diaspora. I met this lady yesterday. She was so sweet. Good morning, Miss Anita. She's there in St. Thomas. Good morning, Mr. Edwards. I know I haven't done shout-outs in a long time. Good morning, Fidel. Good morning, Candy.
So you went to St. Thomas after you left here?
No, not at all. I wish I could have. But it's so nice when people meet you and they be like, "Are you the person?" And I'm trying to be coy about it, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I am." But it's a pleasure. Skeeter, good morning. Cleo, good morning. Miss Henry, good morning. Jam Down, good morning. Culture, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, numerous to mention.
They say I'm antisocial. So.
How are we doing on this Friday morning?
I'm doing good. Just awaiting the arrival of the political animal.
Oh, indeed. Listen, why did the Patriots had me on the edge of my seats last night?
Oh, that's what y'all were talking about.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about.
Cricket. Listen,
so
Patriots do not ever, and you are not winning just this one game this season, okay? I'm putting fire under you from today.
Any of the Louis brothers on the team?
Yes.
Which one?
I want to think it could be. Listen, I know one. I saw one last night, but the glimpse was quick. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but yes, we have
not the two that were on the West Indies team. One of the others. It's like,
I think it might be
11 of them, right?
It could have been them.
I'm just joking. I know it's a lot of them.
It could have been, but I'm not sure because I haven't got all my stats together just yet. But last night was too close.
By the way,
it was too close.
So, but who won?
Us by a mere one run. But oh my gosh, that wasn't 164 for 9. Antigua had 163 for 4. We have to work on, to me, just getting the ball off to get runs and not trying to hit it as high as possible. Because when I saw Mr. Lewis hit that ball, I said, oh my God, he's going to out. So said, so done. I was like, no, yeah, we want to get runs, but we have to control what we're doing. We can't just hit the balls willy-nilly. Come on, guys. You all have to win all them games this season if you all intend. Although I'm backing St. Kitts and Guyana because I want the championship to go back to Guyana, yes. Get me now if you all want to. But St. Kitts still has to do well. Yeah.
Later down.
The finals. Yeah. So St. Kitts has to do well. So Patriots, if you're hearing me, do better.
I gotta say though, right? I was listening. I was planning to mention this earlier in the week. I was listening some sports news yesterday, and when I really hit me. I mean, I've always known that I find cricket to be pretty arcane, right? But I was listening to cricket, and I said, cricket is like listening to two rocket scientists commentate maybe two chemistry teams try to work on doing biochemical experiments as a match, because I don't understand what's going on. No, seriously, I'm like, what is that? What did he just say? There's always something about offside or silly something, and I don't know. No, I find cricket impenetrable. Sorry.
I thought that at first. I didn't like it at all. That when I tell people I prefer golf and I do golf better than cricket, they were like, "You're white," and I'd be like, "No, I'm not white. White's a color." But I mean,
I'd rather watch paint dry than watch golf.
No, I love golf. Golf is so sweet. Just like how you think cricket is that way. Once you see everything that we oftentimes think is.
How come all the boring games come from the British?
Oh Jesus. Cricket isn't boring. I don't like the test ones and stuff. I like the heavy ones. Well, the quick ones, I should say. Where the anticipation, the air is heavy, the tension's building. You're like, what y'all doing? Hurry up. I tired cause last night. Cause I'm like, what? No, y'all cannot do this. Kudos to me.
Golf again, I don't understand. That again is pretty. That's like another rocket science sport, which I don't get.
So let me teach you a little bit of it, right? So if you, let's say hole 1, you have 4 tries to get to it. If you hit it in 3 tries, you go 1 on the par. If you hit it in 5 tries, then you get a minus because you overdo the do. You went over. If you hit it right in, you get an eagle, you get albatross. That's when they say, like, if you hit it like 2 on, you get birdie and all of that. Oh Lord, Jam's to wake up. It's not that bad.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I fell asleep.
No, it's a good game. I like it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to see who the team is comprised of.
You mean our team?
Okay, I got it here.
Yeah, I remember telling you. CPL, go to the website.
I got it.
Yeah, because I've been telling them
Riley
every day.
Russo, Evan Lewis, Tristan Stubbs, Joshua De Silva, Andre Fletcher, Shafane Rutherford, Makai Louis. So Makai Louis is on there.
Mikhail, is he the first one that made the team? Also, he's
the first one that made the from St. Kitts to.
Oh, Jeremiah. Which one made the team first? Jeremiah.
Jeremiah was on there first. I think Makai was to play some time back, but because of some confusion that had happened with quarantine and some story, yeah, that didn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jeremiah played first already. He bowled. Then you have Odin Smith, Dominic Drakes, Johan Lane, Sikanda Raza, Versami, Perma, Ashmed Ned, Ryan John, and Kyle Mears. Kyle Mears did well last night. He got, I think, let me see if I can remember. But he got a big number of less balls. But let me see if I can go back to that. But listen, I was just on the edge of my seat. Let me see, that's last night. And then the game start here tomorrow, though.
Yeah. Been saying that all week.
I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm going on Sunday. I want to go on Wednesday too.
Oh, we have a game on Wednesday, right? I don't remember.
Well,
I've been reading them.
It's going to be St. Kitts playing against Guyana, so I'll be back in Guyana on Wednesday. You know, I got to be patriotic.
Mikhail Louis, okay, I see him here. So how many Kittitians? Actual Kittitian divisions? Just one? Just Mikhail?
Him.
Guess he couldn't be denied, huh?
Not at all.
Yeah, I mean.
But you never know. Maybe Jeremiah is in the squad too, but maybe he's just in the background until they need him.
Okay. So how did Mikhail do in England in the West Indies game? Do you know?
No, I didn't follow that.
You didn't follow that. Okay.
Remember, I reported on the first one where he got, I think it was 50 something. But after that, I got in a busy frenzy and I didn't follow up.
Okay, I see they have a lot of.
Yeah, let me check.
Who's the captain?
Fletcher.
Where is he from? Jamaica?
Grenada. Spiceman.
Okay.
Yeah, Kyle Mears made 39 runs off of 24 balls.
Okay. All around. Okay, yeah, so I'm here. And folks, remember I've been telling you guys the spin cycle every afternoon from 1:30 until 6. Sponsored by CPL. And this is one of the things I've been doing, Kay. I've been telling them to go to the website. So I'm actually here on the website now looking at the teams. Like, that's what was one of the things I was telling them as well, that, you can go to the website. You might be interested. There's a CPL chat app. Yeah, so I guess, you can be chatting with people watching the games and so on.
I'll be busy screaming my voice out on the ground. Yeah.
And, and there's a news tab. So I'm looking for, let me see. Yeah. Actually, it's on.
No.
Yeah. So
Oh,
maybe,
okay. Oh, it's my slow thing.
Maybe you
Okay.
should refresh. Not your thing. It's just usually.
It could be
Usually,
mine.
well, yeah, but usually at this time of
Taking
day.
the blame. Come on, I'm taking it. Don't worry yourself. Let me do it.
So what was I saying? What was I saying?
You were saying that I could have been chatting with people.
Yeah, chatting with people who.
Isn't there some selfie challenge too for CPL? You could
There
win
is?
something. Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
I have to get all my
I'm
beats
clicking.
together.
I'm clicking the news tab at the website now to see if there's any. Oh yeah, Patriots win. Okay, here we go. So good. Okay, so this gives me more stuff to use for the spin cycle. So it says a thrilling final ball victory for St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots over Antigua and Barbuda Falcons kicked off the 12th iteration of the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League at the Viv Richards Stadium. Patriots captain Andrew Fletcher called the coin correctly and elected to field first, and South African pace merchant Henrik Nautje, who would play a crucial cameo with the bat later in the game. How is my Dutch? Skittle Falcons opener Teddy Bishop for just one. Fakar Zaman then opened his muscular shoulders, hitting 5 fours and 2 sixes in making 43 off 32 balls, with Kofi James ably supporting with a 22 off 24. So they're off to, it was nail biting for you, I guess,
Yeah,
but at least they
I
won.
told you I was there making the most noise at the television and them because Antigua looking like they have some 2 good boulders right there, and them boys was looking to catch last night. Springer did well, and Primus, I was like, man, because them boys were in to lick them down.
Player of the match was Kyle Myers.
Yeah, because he got 30
to 39 off 24 balls.
Yeah.
I'm reading that, but I have no idea what that means. But
Okay, he got 39 runs off of 24 balls.
And the captain said, "I'm happy we won this game." Patriots captain Andre Fletcher reflected in the moments after victory. "I want us to be positive, but at the same time, we have to be smart about it. Enjoy the cricket as much as possible. Enjoy each other's success and stick together as a team. Once we do that, we have the personnel to do well." And that goes to you fans as well.
And I'm playing with them, you know. Shafin didn't play last night because they said they're going to rest him for one more night. So hopefully he's going to play tomorrow night.
Arrest who?
Not arrest him. Arrest
Oh.
him, Lord Jesus.
Okay, all right.
Shafin Rutherford.
That was when he got caught with a spliff or
but he
something.
playing for St. Kitts, but sorry, I had to back Guyana to
Yeah,
win.
a
Because we had to
spliff?
keep the trophy in the south, you know? yeah.
Caller, go right ahead. Morning.
Good morning, guys.
Oh, hey,
Good
what's
morning. How are you?
Yeah. How am I? I'm a bit peeved right now
Okay.
because of Kortensia.
Why?
Kortensia, I'm going to have to send you the manual on how to behave when you have dual citizenship. Okay?
All
I mean,
right.
the least you could have done was remain neutral.
No. Listen, I
Oh,
have to be
no?
my true self. I have to tell you who I'm backing. I'm backing 2 teams, but I want the trophy in the south.
But why
No,
can't
you
she?
should
Why
remain
can't she back
neutral.
2 teams?
Huh?
Why can't she back 2 teams?
How does that work?
It's not difficult.
St. Kitts can come second, Mr.
When the 2 teams are
McMahon.
playing each other.
Listen.
Well, that one could be, okay.
So, Mr. McMahon, on Wednesday, once I go, I walk with 2 flags. So I have St. Kitts on one side and Guyana on the next.
That's more like it. You
Yes,
know?
but you don't know
That's
the
more
Guyana
like it.
flag raising a little higher.
You'll probably do that. Well, you'll probably raise the flag that is winning.
Which will
Right.
be Guyana? Which will be good? They had to come
You
good.
claim- What?
They'll have to come good come Wednesday. Patriots.
Yeah, fair enough. But what I'm saying is when they're playing against each other, you have to
Be neutral.
remain neutral. Be neutral.
Okay, go Guyana.
Some neutral. Okay, that's all. I always wondered about that. When persons are in a country that have adopted them or they adopt,
Yeah.
you should be careful.
Ooh, la la. Oh boy. Oh no.
I don't think she's in any.
Go GT.
She's not in any danger of being deported. So no,
How do you know that?
I know.
Mr. McMahon wants to send me home all
I'm
because
just yanking your chain.
I know. All because the trophy should stay in the South. Don't worry. If St. Kitts comes second, we still did well.
But for real, he raises a good question. What do you do though?
What?
I mean, who do you back?
I just honestly told y'all, if I go on Wednesday night, I will be shouting for GT.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's a strange phenomenon. Yeah? I mean, you even locally,
Yeah.
you know, there are lots of Nivisions living in St. Kitts, right? And they was always said, even though they've lived all their lives in St. Kitts,
Yeah.
they remain stoutly Nivision.
Yep.
You can't take that out of them.
Yep.
Okay? And so I assume it's the same.
Yep.
And I assume that when Guyana is playing here, that you see lots of Guyanese
Coming over from
with
Nevis.
Guyanese flags. Okay, even though they have adopted here as their home. Okay, and really and truly nothing is wrong. I was just kidding.
Of
Yeah,
course.
we understand,
We
Mr.
know.
McMahon.
Yeah, of course,
Trust
we
me.
know that.
We're light-hearted around these parts.
Yeah. All right. Then.
All right.
All right,
So
have a good day.
you're going to the cricket? Oh, he gone. Okay, let's
Mr.
take.
McMahon, are you going to the cricket?
He's gone.
And I'm sure if Mr. McMahon goes to the cricket, he's going to back the Patriots. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Good morning. Good morning, guys.
Hi.
Kortensia, we're putting you out. We're supporting you.
Oh, okay. I will only come and spend some time by you in the U.S.
Let's not do that. We are going to put you out.
Okay. Fair enough.
Have a good day, guys.
Okay,
You
fine.
too.
So, AZ, what's up?
Hey, good morning. Good morning to everybody. I hear the cricket talk, you guys. Yes. Very interesting. So,
Did
you know
watch?
the same. No, but I know the score.
Okay.
I saw the score. I saw the statuses.
Shucks.
Yes, it was excitement. Patriots won, you know.
Thank God.
Yeah. But, you know, I remember when Candy was here as well, you know, and it was CPL. And
It was the same vibe?
she was in the same position.
Good, Candy.
It's not really. All you gotta do, just go to the party stand and make sure you're all liquored up, so no one they can say, "Hey, that was a rum talking, not me."
Grounds is good.
Caller, go right ahead.
Good morning, Kortensia and Johnston. How
Hey,
y'all
what's
doing?
up?
Good
We're cool.
morning.
Good morning.
Azard is here
Yes.
too. Hi.
I'm going to hold a
Morning.
charge against you, okay?
You're going to hold a charge against me?
No. I'm going to hold a charge against you. I'm not going to give you the charge yet, but I'm just going to hold it for now.
Okay.
You're Guyanese, but I love cricket too, and it's all in good fun. I love when Guyana and St. Kitts play. We have a whole bunch of Guyanese that live in Nevis, and when they come down, we all sit in the same part of the stand every year. And we just heckle each other about the whole thing. But you know what? When St. Kitts is playing against anybody else, the same Guyanese, they'll come and they'll back St. Kitts.
Of course,
So
that's
I
how
love
we do
Yeah,
it.
it's just all in good fun, and we have a great time every year.
Yes.
That's all I have to say for now.
Okay.
Oh, so they okay. Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
that's what we do. That's why I tell you, we're backing two teams. We're backing our, as Mr. McMahon said, our adopted country, and we're backing our home country. But where do we want the trophy to go? Home.
I gotta say though, there was a
Yeah.
time. I don't know if it happens still, but there was a time when Divisions would never back St. Kitts. I remember like basketball, and you know we'd be playing Antigua or the BVI, and the divisions are rooting for Antigua and the BVI and the other.
Oh, wow. No. Not at all. Because even last time, my friend in Antigua, I saw a couple times on the.
And when
camera
they're
last night.
playing, we're rooting for them, you know.
Yeah, but she was backing, when St. Kitts roots to Navy, she was backing the Falcons last night because Antigua is her adopted home. But tonight, Guyana is playing, and guess who she's going to back? The Amazon Warriors. So, yeah, that's how we do it.
I mean, it's not exactly treason, right? But
Not at all, because we're backing both.
it's just a game, right?
So, yeah, so the
Yeah.
Patriots, please. We have to win more than one game this season. You started off a little shaky last night, but we got the run we needed to win the game. So, please, gentlemen,
Who won last
make
year?
us proud. Huh?
Who won last year?
UGT full.
You didn't hear I'm saying that the trophy should remain in the south.
In the
I
South.
just wanted to be sure. It could be in Trinidad.
Not in Barbados, in Guyana. We thank you.
Yes.
No, St. Lucia.
It's good to see Antigua as a team this year because
and a very good one too. There's this young guy Andrews. I think he's about, what is he? 17, 14?
Let me see who's. Let me see.
Andrews, he batted well last night.
Let me see who's on the team.
Yeah, let me check out that team.
So yeah.
Because I didn't get to watch much of that game.
Justin Greaves, Amatulu Omazai, Jama Hamilton, Teddy Bishop. The name sounds familiar. Where's he from?
I think it could be Grenada.
Kofi James, Joshua James, Jewel Andrew, Kelvin Pittman.
Yeah, Jewel did well last night.
Oh, that's the Springer you were talking about.
Yeah,
okay.
Shama.
Hayden Walsh, or that's the West Indies guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he says he's born in the Virgin Islands, but he grew up in Antigua.
Fakar Zaman, Chris Green, Mohammed Amir, Fabian Allen, Brandon King, Imad Wasim, and Roshan Primus. Okay. So, and I'm getting the impression a lot of those are Antiguans. Well, a fair amount.
They have a couple Antiguans on the team.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
Okay. I wonder why it is that, say, Grenada and St. Vincent don't have teams. I mean, I know.
Well, Antigua team was once the Tallowers, you know. No, sorry, I'm saying the wrong thing. The Tallowers is what Antigua has as a team now. Our team, the Patriots, was once the Antigua Hawks.
Oh, Jamaica doesn't have a team.
No, they don't have a team anymore, so Jamaica's out of it.
Oh.
So the Tallowers now, well, I don't think they got all of them, but some of them belong to the Antigua team, which is the Falcons, and we got the old Antigua team, which is our Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now that you mention it, I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
So it's just 6 teams, right? Yeah, 6 teams. It would have been nice to, excuse me, I mean, it would have been nice to see, I mean, St. Martin is a place with money. It would be nice to see a St. Martin team or...
you remember those
Bermuda.
times when we didn't have a team and we hosted it here? Yeah.
No, we had a team from the. Didn't we have a team from
we didn't have a team from the beginning.
What did I just
Patriots?
say? What did I just say? We got the
Kortensia,
old
please
Hawksville.
to school him. We did not have a team from the beginning.
You're not gonna make jabs to get me today, though.
Yeah,
no,
we didn't have
literally
a team.
we didn't. We got the old Antigua Hawksbills when they gave up their team.
Yeah.
That's what we got, and we call them
Yeah,
Patriots.
but it would have been like a year after or 2 years after is when we got a team, right?
I'm not sure of
I'm
the
not
year.
sure.
but
I mean,
we didn't
it's
start
not
out
even-
with a
We
team.
didn't start out with a team, I have to tell you that.
Okay.
Because I remember going to the first tournament that was held here at St. Kitts, and we didn't have a team to root for. Like a home team to root for, let me say that, yeah.
So who did you root for that time, Azard?
That's a good question. I think I was rooting for Barbados. I think I might have, that would have been
You
a
know
time.
what? That's because Izzy was studying on there.
Yeah, I think I was rooting for Barbados. I don't think I can't recall who won. I remember Guyana being always second
Oh, God.
most of the time.
Lord, we finally is
And
the bride,
then, yes.
Finally is the bride. We move up to
Yes.
mid on a status, then womp, 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 go home.
I
Finally we get...
I remember when
Yes.
Nevis. I remember when during the Stanford 2020 stuff. Imagine Nevis having Guyana in this road, huh? The Nevis team. That was interesting to see. That was when I really started to kind of pay attention to cricket, because it's so weird how we took an American to kind of make cricket cooler.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you don't think it was cooler for those real diehard fans?
I think Test cricket is boring.
Well, yeah.
It's
Well,
slow.
well, I
People say
mean,
that.
because they like it
Oh my
regardless.
gosh. I
Yeah.
like
And I guess
2020.
they didn't care about all the modern trappings that
Yeah.
Mr. Not that they didn't care, but they didn't necessarily. They could have taken it out or left it, right?
Yeah.
And then when Mr. Stanford did what he did, and you could say added another dimension to the game, I guess they're like, oh, okay, this is cool too. You know, kind of. Yeah. I know. That used to be interesting.
Yeah.
And you could say he's the one that kind of inspired the whole CPL thing too, because I mean the whole idea of of a cricket league for the Caribbean.
Okay, so when it started, it was the Trinidad Trinbago Knight Riders, Guyana Amazon Warriors, Barbados Royals. I see the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. They have the St. Lucia Kings. I guess these are all the teams they had over the years. The Jamaica Tallawahs and the Antigua Hawksbills.
So we never had more than 7 teams then.
Basically.
Okay.
No. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because we have 6 now, and there's no Jamaica. So, and I can't think of any country that's missing that doesn't have a team. So, yeah. So, folks, don't forget tomorrow. We get our taste of the CPL cricket here at Warner Park. So you're going, Easy?
Right now I don't have plans to, because I have something. What time would it be? What time is it? Right now I don't have plans.
Let me see.
What
7
time?
o'clock.
7 o'clock? Okay.
Yeah. Y'all,
Okay.
but y'all realize Shivnarayan Chandrapal is the coach for the Antigua Falcons. So they got a nice coach. And then they got Brandon King. Brandon King can real bat now. Oh boy, he's from St. Lucia.
Make some St. Lucia.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Antigua.
Jams, are you going?
Antigua going to be in the standings a little bit this year, but St. Kitts and Guyana need to do excellent.
Probably not. Maybe not. Maybe not Sunday. Not Saturday. Sorry.
You know, most of this time when things are happening and I ask if you're going, you tell me probably not. You prefer to watch online, isn't it?
No,
Most
it's
of the
not
time.
that. It's not that. It's just that sometimes, in my line of work, a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
When there's something hot going on, I have to play somewhere else. You don't know that really. That always pisses me off.
Hey, how come Jamson not? Since you're promoting CPL on the radio, how come you're not playing for it in the park?
I wouldn't want to play for cricket because I don't know. I don't think I know the game as well as I should.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't know.
Just gotta play some nice music. That
No,
people
well,
know.
I mean, don't you have to play music at particular times and so on?
Yeah, but
And I don't really understand the whole. I don't
For
understand
real?
the game. No, I don't really understand
well, if
cricket.
they score at 6, you
When
know, you
people
just put on
scream, Jamster,
Just
you
put
play
on the
music.
Listen, last night they were playing both Antiguan and St. Kitts
Yes.
music. Yeah, so and St.
You
I
Kitts.
know?
did play for some
Yeah.
local games when I first came back, but that was a little different because it was a little more.
I'll give you a trick.
But
Even before they
wouldn't want to-
screaming, when someone hits the
I leave it to
ball,
somebody
when
who's-
someone hits the ball,
Just put on music.
just put on music.
If someone out, you just put on don don don. No jam, so I don't want to get fired.
No, I leave it to somebody who's.
You see when Chris Gale would hit his ball out of the
Yes.
park, the DJ just queuing out of the park. Yeah.
But I must say,
Serious, yeah.
I started to watch cricket live when it was CPL, you know, because
Yeah, it's fun.
the excitement, yes.
Yeah.
I remember when we first had our team, I think before we won that one time,
2021.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when we won.
I think we had a 3rd place or something like that before. Maybe a 2nd place too, or maybe a 3rd. I remember
Yeah, we
being
had a
very,
second.
very
We had a
close and not winning, you know? Yes.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to a nice crickety weekend.
Yeah.
Uh,
So Rain, please stay.
by the
up
way,
late.
are you going to Pakistan?
No, never.
No.
She just said she's
No.
going in.
On-
She like
on
the grounds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of
Yes.
course. No, I don't do. Yeah. I need to be around the liquor. I want to be on the ground.
I walked up
So I can run with my flag, so
Yeah,
the cameraman could follow me.
couple days this week. I walked home up
Yes.
and I saw the setting
Yeah.
up the bar and the tents
And the jumbotron, they're
And
testing
everything,
it all
yeah.
the time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey, the excitement is in the air. So guys, go out and support your team. I know we have varying nationalities living here. We're going to have the St. Lucias come out when the St. Lucia Kings will be playing. As we said, our Guyanese community will come out in full drove come Wednesday from Nevis and St. Kitts, dressed in their colors, holding up their flags. When the Royals come, we have a few Bajans here, yes. Come out, support. We have, I think we have a fair amount of Antiguans. So when the Falcons
Really?
came over, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Antiguans live here, boy.
I know, but
Yeah,
not as
We
many.
have a fair amount, man.
Okay.
You might be surprised. So come out in your shirts and support. We have a couple trainees, so you come out and support your Trinbago Knight Riders, but the Patriots can beat them. And yeah, everybody just come out and support the people, make CPL great again, as Ghana would say.
Okay, let's take a quick
You know
break.
that's Jamsa's favorite politician.
What? Who?
She just
Oh, you
said
mean Mia?
No.
Who?
No.
No, I was saying looking at something. That's why.
Oh, she said, make CPL great again.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
That's Greg's.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Let's take a quick break.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
The meeting is called to order.
Josh will now provide us with the financial update. Josh.
A power outage now? Shucks.
Power outages are often unpredictable. Be prepared and power up your home with financing from CIBC Caribbean. We offer up to 100% financing on renewable energy systems for your home. Conditions apply. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/renewable energy loans for more information and to apply online.
Hey there, summer lovers. Ready to make your summer unforgettable?
Oh, yeah.
Get down to Horsfort's building in Neva Center, something summer special, where the heat is on with a sizzling 25% off select items. Fire up the fun with top-notch barbecue grills, perfect for those backyard cookouts. Dive into savings on swimming goggles, coolers, and inflatable and mini pools. Keep your drinks icy and your days splashy. Relax in style with our comfy summer chairs or float away on our luxurious floating water beds. And don't miss out on our premium gas grills for the ultimate grilling experience. All this and so much more. Head to Horsfort's building in Neva Center, Something Summer Specials today, and catch these hot deals before they're gone. Something Summer Specials, your one-stop shop for summer fun.
Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
And we are back. Hey, I'm looking at the story here. It's apparently UE is gathering the best and brightest in AI, artificial intelligence, at the Caribbean's first AI conference. This caught my eye. It's on Loop News. It's going to run from July 8th. Wait, what's going on here? No. It's gone already? What's going on?
Were you seeing things, Ramsey?
No, they have it in the wrong section. I just looked at the date. But anyway, I'm just hoping that this...
Have you had your coffee this morning?
My coffee? Tea.
You have tea.
Okay. We have some mint ones over.
We have over here.
Mint tea over here if you request it.
Okay.
This is my farewell tea. Kortensia brought me my farewell tea this morning. And it's what, Kortensia?
It's mint.
It's
tea.
Mint.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm
gonna keep it peppy.
It started, but apparently it's continuing. But what's interesting? Why this caught my eye? Because I know we tend to be, we tend to be just consumers of technology in the Caribbean. Our universities don't really seem to have a culture of doing research and being proactive in innovation and so on. We just sit back and let the rest of the world make stuff, and we just use. So it's good to see that this is happening, and apparently they're gonna have speakers from let me see, speakers from Meta, which is the company that owns Facebook and so on, Google, Harvard University and so on. So that's why it caught my eye, because I've always felt like we need to be more proactive and not just be consumers of other people's tech, other people's commodities and so on. We need to start being creative and innovative ourselves. We have a call. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're live in Allenty. Good morning.
Good morning, Kortensia. Good morning to Jamsto.
Okay.
So we're going on, but I can't get the station.
Yeah.
Like a station cutting in. They're sounding harder than I, but they're managing to, What's really going on with the Wagabon government?
Oh boy.
The things they're supposed to deal with. For people to carry up the kingdom up there, been happening for years. What really going on, Jamster?
Above my pay grade.
Huh?
Above my pay grade.
You don't know. No. I hear Cookie Jr. and them had a meeting, and Watley's Congress. When you go look for the people in constituency 3. Why they don't correct this? People need the media. We need the media. What's going on in this country? country. What list you pay the money and get the thing them go up and reside
That's
live level?
okay. Jam down. That's
what's going on.
Jam down. Jam down. That's uncalled for. That's really uncalled for. I mean, let's just. Yeah, but let's just stick to the issue. It's bad enough we have the issue. Jam down. It's bad enough we have the issue without piling on the Prime Minister and everybody. I mean, it's let's stick to the issue. I agree. It's the issue by itself is more than enough to be outraged about.
40 Jam down.
40.
40?
Yes.
Not Win FM, just Island T. We just do Island T. Okay, and wait, before you go, jam down.
Yes.
You can go to winmediaskn.com and listen to Win FM, regardless of whether the transmitters are on or not. I agree.
Constantly listening, Kortensia and the little girls that used to be there, you know. So what do they want to do? They want to mash up all this thing on car walk. You know, Peter don't wait up a platform on Church Street, you know. This thing on car walk, people need the media. The listenership with FM is great.
Yeah, point taken, Jam down.
I take Jam down's point that the media is very important.
Jam down. The point is taken. Yeah, we're working on it. Okay,
you
great.
too, Jam down. Thanks for your contribution.
In fact, there have been many persons, complaining about their inability to connect. Yeah. For a lot of older persons, they tend to listen to the radio. More younger persons would use the social media.
Yeah.
Or the website.
Because I know listeners that listen to both Win and then they listen to Dr. Hazel's station and they're complaining they can't hear either of the two.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
Yeah. And the only thing separating us from Says That Resident Freedom right now is that they happen to have generators up there, but then they still have to brave the hazards and go up and refuel the generator.
But the last video that we saw from the minister for that, wasn't he showing us that work was being done up there?
I didn't see the video. I did hear the story. That wasn't the sense. The sense I got was that it was a very difficult fix, and that I think they said they'll put out tenders to look at the problem, to fix the problem, because he was saying that the equipment that is needed to do that we don't have on the island. So,
okay, fair enough. Oh, and in other news, I don't know why women's cricket isn't publicized like men cricket, but the Barbados Royal took the title again for the women's CPL this year.
Yeah.
So that's over with.
WCPL, yeah. No, just before we move on. In addition, as our Spooner's transmission site is off as well.
Ooh.
And that as far as I know, the piece of equipment is being looked at right now.
That's why Jam Down said it's cutting in and out.
Yeah.
So basically,
both transmitter sites are down.
Persons go already listen Win FM in Bastia?
No, they can only listen online.
Right now.
Because Atlas is down and Spooners is down. So
we Jam Down.
So Win Media SKN, those of you listening to us, you're probably listening either on Win Media SKN, which is the Win FM website,
Facebook,
YouTube, or Facebook. So please let people know.
Effectively, can I say this? Is Win FM during this time truly a radio station?
That's a very good point.
Oh, yeah. Since we're
and not voluntarily either.
Wow.
I said that, this is my final show, and I remember all the time Jams will be like, "Oh, we're a radio station. We're a radio station."
But we're still a radio station, though. But I mean, yeah.
We just don't have.
We just added different means of
practically
propagation,
speaking,
right?
Practically speaking, without the use of social media and other
but there's
technologies.
still more. But trust me, there's still. This is why we're having this problem. I had a guy on my way down here this morning. a guy rolled on his window and said, "I can't catch y'all." He lives in the care on site, and
So that's why too. We need all platforms, the social.
No, I'm
media.
not saying we don't, but trust me, there's way more people who listen via the radio.
Senior people want their radio, please.
Way more people.
The elders. Let me say the elders.
The older
they want their
persons
radio.
listen to the radio. I find more of the older population listen
And
to
the
radio.
fact, and why we need this radio situation to be fixed. We are in the season where radio, you tell us to have our little transmitter radios to get information. We need this thing sorted.
And we can't really use them now, at least for WinFM. Caller, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I see Azard there having his final cup of tea.
Yeah, I've not been able to taste it yet because it's a bit hot. So
I just picked up the voice.
Yes, this is UN.
Yeah.
Herbert.
Yes.
Yes. How are you?
Yes, it is. I am very well. I call him because I agree with the last caller. And I understand his upset.
Yeah.
And, I just say plainly, what kind of conspiracy is this? Because how many times have I suggested a solution, an easy solution to this problem? Right? A small wind turbine, a very small wind turbine, a couple $100 US, $300-400 US. Some battery. You got the battery systems. I've shown you how they look, Jamstar. Right?
Yeah.
A couple solar panels. Solve the problem, just like that. Why are you trying to put up these poles and risking people's lives on that mountain? I saw the video that the honorable member for
St.
I don't even know his
Christopher III?
constituency, but yes, Maynard put out.
Yeah.
And it is very treacherous going up that mountain. So why are they trying to put up poles when there are alternative solutions? Who's thinking here? Who's doing the thinking?
That's a good question, Mr. Herbert.
Yeah.
It's an easy fix. This has been going on for so long, months and months and months, and I'm hearing excuses after excuses after excuses. You know how quick those equipment come from Miami or wherever? And you got solar panels on the island. You got batteries. Come on. That's unacceptable, and I agree with the caller. He has every right to be upset.
Yeah.
We just had hurricane the other day.
Yep.
And when the internet goes down, how are the people supposed to get the information that they need?
Yep.
What kind of system is this? Where whose remit is the emergency and disaster preparedness under? Whose ministerial remit is that?
I want to think it's the Prime Minister. I think even
probably a national security issue. Securing the citizens, making sure. Is ZIZ transmit up there as well?
I think all are, right?
Oh yeah, At
But
outlets.
Jams would have mentioned they have generators.
They have generators, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they have to go up to refuel.
The generators, you got to go up and fuel it. So if there's mudslides and all sorts of hurricane, who's going to go up there?
Exactly, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because I know at one point they were saying that refueling is one thing, but you have to get around the hazards of getting up there to refuel, right? So
exactly. Exactly. Unless they're planning to fly a drone up there on a robot, it's not practical.
And it's amazing to me that this that site was installed. I think it was.
So he says here,
1959,
Prime Minister
1960.
Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Minister with responsibility for disaster management. So I just wanted to say I found it.
Well, I hope his advisors are listening so they can advise him to get some solar panels and a wind turbine. This couple $100, Jamstar, come on. Talk to me. How much this would really cost?
Yeah,
how much power do you think those transmitters draw?
Well, I mean, I know the transmitters. It's a pretty big power draw.
Well, think
in the
about
case of ours,
right?
yeah.
If there's a 5,000 watt generator up there, you can get a 10 kilowatt hour battery system and how much ever panels you need to charge it, and a wind turbine. So if no sun's shining, the wind blow it and it works. It cuts out, if a hurricane is coming, it has a cutout speed where it won't be spinning 100 miles per hour. It will cut out at like 39 miles per hour. These are, come on, who's thinking? Who is thinking for these ministries and these people?
True.
I had enough of this. Anyway,
you are so right.
Yeah. I was going to say to Azard, all the best on your endeavors. And
thank you very much.
Thank you for a good host. Thank you for being a great host.
Thank you.
I'll let somebody else call in. Have a good day.
Okay, Yuan.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about.
Jump, so you have a loss. You are at a loss for words.
Not really. I'm just biting my tongue. That's all. Because I really don't know what to say about these people that we elect. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Oh, I probably know what to say, but it's going to be very unkind. So I'm just gonna
not say it.
Just not say it. Yes. Because these people talk a lot. They talk. I mean, when they could talk a good game. When they get drafted into the game, it's a whole different story.
And that's what I've been saying.
But you're not going to be any different. Honestly, none of you are going to be any different.
Jamster, you can't.
I'm telling you. I'm putting it to you. You're not going to be any different.
I had a conversation with
Jamster, I disagree.
With Azad's leader just the other day, and they were canvassing, and she was asking a question, and the only thing I told her I had a problem with crime. But as I sat and I think more and more, and I remember her asking about the financial situation, as I told her, I'm just reintegrating, so I really don't know about that part. But we get promises, and then when people go in there, say it's a different ball game. So
this is
going forward, I don't want anybody to tell me they're going to do this, they're going to give this, they're going to give that, and they don't know the amount of the public purse. That's what I wanted to say.
But Jamster, based on your statement previously, I disagree.
Okay, so prove us wrong.
And I hope to live to prove you wrong.
Don't let Jams have to pull no files, Cause there's a listen. What is the show called? Patches show? Listen, Patches Patches to be pulling some. I'd be like, boy, we really have to be careful what we saying, And he'd have pull them on cue, You see, just like how you say you know to play for the CPL. Listen, he'd have pull them things on cue. I'd be like, what?
He's good.
I'm gonna pull back the files when Jamster doubted me. Thank you, Kortensia. Thank you.
Jamster, he's gonna be full of fans. Oh boy.
So I saw in the news that the former president of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court has been appointed as on the Privy Council. So
Miss Pereira. Okay.
So Dame Janice Pereira appointed to the UK Privy Council. It says here the former Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, Dame Janice Pereira, has been appointed to His Majesty's Privy Council. The appointment, approved by King Charles III, acknowledges her service and marks another historic milestone in her career. The announcement was made on Wednesday. The King also approved the appointment of First Ministers of Wales, Baroness Morgan, and First Minister of Scotland, John Swinney, to His Majesty's Privy Council. Dame Pereira, who hails from Virgin Gorda in the British Overseas Territory, has been a long trailblazer in the legal field. She made history as the first female Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, a role she has held since 2012.
If I'm not mistaken, she's married to a Kittian, right?
Yeah. Throughout her tenure, she has been instrumental in modernizing the court system, particularly through implementing digital justice platforms. These innovations have ensured the continued accessibility and efficiency of the judicial system, even in the face of challenges such as COVID-19. Yep, and the Privy Council is one of the oldest judicial institutions in the United Kingdom, serves as the final court of appeal for many Commonwealth Caribbean countries. including those of the Eastern Caribbean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Vibes Carter would be singing the praises of the Privy Council forever, because they were the ones that overturned his.
So, do you support us going CCJ, or?
I'm not against it.
Still being,
I'm not against it.
Still being more to our farmer oppressors. What are you down with?
At this point in time, I'm not against the CCJ.
Okay. Not against the CCJ.
Yeah, I've been for it.
Okay.
At this point in time, I'm for it.
Okay.
You know, it's good to say at this point in time. Did you see the interview by
smart man?
Anyway. On CNN with Kamala Harris and Tim Waltz?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
When was this, last night?
Yeah, this
okay,
was
so
last
I need
night.
to go look at it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
What did you think?
I thought that it was. She had some questions asked of her in terms of her switching positions on certain things. I think she did okay. I don't think she did a bad job. It wasn't in normal high energy. It was more sobering. It was more calm in a sense. More, it wasn't in normal high energy that you'll see at rallies. And
so
of course, it's an interview.
She answered the questions. Okay, did you think she gave answers that the questions deserve?
I thought the only question that really would have put her in a very, maybe a very problematic corner would be the one that they asked her about if she would have asked President Biden to endorse her after he indicated to her that he would no longer be contesting. And she said, of course, that wasn't the furthest thing that was the furthest thing to her mind. But I don't think she really answered whether or not
she would have asked him.
She would have asked him. But
she said it was the first thing from her mind. So it didn't occur to her to even ask that. To me, that's
from the furthest thing from your mind does not mean that you didn't ask. It could be the furthest thing from your mind,
meaning she didn't
at
ask.
The time.
No, but if it didn't even occur
but
to
the fact,
you,
that she didn't think about it,
means that she didn't ask.
You think so? When you say at the time, the furthest thing from my mind, if somebody calls me, could be okay. Then I'm not going to ask. But while that call continues, it could come to my mind to ask.
Basically, would you endorse me if I run for president, or would you endorse me to run for president?
So that was it. But then I didn't expect her to go into details with that question either, because that really is a private question, a private situation.
Okay.
I just seen that when I saw it last night, I saw a advanced story which seemed to be giving the impression like, oh, she really messed up, but it was fine to me.
Yeah, it was fine to me.
Guess
it wasn't in normal. Again, it wasn't in normal.
Watch, I guess
it wasn't in normal high energy. But I don't think he required that.
It was a different type of context.
I don't think he required that.
It's a sit down with a sober sit down with a reporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asking the tough questions, You stated your position on this. It has changed. She still maintains that she still has the same principles, and being very clear with her answers. Because again, and think about it, where you make the joke, Jansen could roll back the tapes. So you have to be very careful with your answers. Yes.
Jams are not a lot of work for some people. I tell you, on cue, Jams, on cue.
But I look forward to the debate.
He's gonna show up.
I think he's gonna show up on September 10th.
You mean, Trump? Yeah, he's probably sure.
Yeah. You're a politician.
My politician.
He has behind him, I'm sure, the whole Project 2025 handbook.
Caller, go ahead, you're live on Island Tea. Good morning.
You guys are cruel. Good morning, caller.
That interview last night with Kamala.
Yes.
And the guy is supposed to be vice president.
Yes.
It was not a live interview to begin with.
No, it wasn't.
It was a recorded interview, so we don't know what they cut out of the interview, or how they edit it. And this is what everybody been saying. Why she don't sit down in front of a live audience and answer questions like President Trump did last night also. So, it's just a whole bunch of
Yeah, but I don't find that to be that serious. Just because she didn't say. So? No, what I mean, you don't think if she said anything that was explosive or potentially damaging or.
Huh? I think she did a fine job because of
yes, she did.
She pressed on a couple of questions that, in my opinion, she didn't really come and give a direct answer. It's like what you guys were saying just now. With she asked questions about one question she asked about is whole issue of rape, and she totally kind of pushed it aside and said age-old question.
Well, that was a good answer because she's not taking the bait. She's not taking the Donald Trump bait, which I think is good. And there's an overarching corollary there that says that if you don't make it about gender and race, it kind of helps her. That's one of the narratives you've been hearing, that you notice she's not really making a big fuss about possibly being the first woman or the first black woman and all of that. And they're saying.
I couldn't really hear 100%, but I will listen after.
Okay. Okay, caller.
So yeah, so it was an interview, and I think she had to be I think she was being very careful with her words, very careful what she says, because the media is out there. The media will fact check, will bring up, pull back, stir up. Yep. You understand? So I think at that point in time, she was very careful with her words. In fact, it would have been one of the first, I think it's probably the first interview that she had since she became the nominee officially.
For president.
Yeah. So
if you don't count, you remember when those people were released from Russia?
Yeah. But you see,
maybe you can't really count that
that's
because
different because that's in her capacity for vice president. This is now going for president for the presidential election, and I think maybe that built up, and other persons were saying that she's running from the press. So I don't know if that would have added additional pressure to see what is going to on her for that time. Also, there was some persons making comments as it relates to it and said that not many persons are going to listen to it anyway. So most persons are going to be listening to what happened at the DNC and the campaign ads and the like, and not many persons would sit down and listen to that interview. That's what some commentators.
You saw that thing they did. Making. You saw that thing they did last week where they asked him that her campaign did. Where there was a clip where they asked Trump if he was gonna debate, and they had added chicken noises to it. I thought it was funny. I thought they're really good at trolling Trump. But chicken meaning that your chicken is coward.
Yeah, we know.
He's cowardly running from.
But
debating.
I think their campaign ads and they've been very, very good. You saw the one with JD Vance entering a shop or a store, a local, let me say a local business place.
A couch store?
No,
I'm just.
He got off of the couch. Yeah, so he entered, and the reaction towards him was kind of low, and then they juxtaposed that to Tim Walz.
Oh, okay.
Entering a local business.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
And the reaction was totally different.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, they showed that to us. Some videos with that. So it should be interesting. Persons are saying that her momentum, she's gaining momentum, but the electoral college and persons have made the observation, or some persons have concluded that when it comes to the polls, Trump's votes are underestimated. It's left to be seen on election day.
There might be something to that, because I could see, and that was something that came up last election. I could see where some people support him, but they're embarrassed to say they support him. So then, if
they're afraid to.
Same thing.
They're afraid. Yeah, they're afraid to
let people see how stupid they are. Basically, that's the upshot, really. Carlo, go right ahead.
Yeah, Jamstone, you got to advertise to the country that put on channel party to listen to things because men are back on the radio. They do what they want.
But Jam, that what gonna happen when
No, but
It's very nice because people seeing you all
Yes.
and we know what's going on.
So
Azard, keep up your head.
Thank you. But you see,
Azard,
yes,
Azard,
yes,
Azard,
yes.
Azard.
You could hear me? Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. Hello?
Azard, look here. We had a nice wheat laying for milk.
I saw the pictures. Yeah, I saw the pictures.
Oh, okay.
I really don't know what's going on in the country, you hear? Because right now, the people who should be serious with crime, the people who should be serious with crime in this way.
Yes.
National security is in this way. Half of them who don't they never go in a training school. All them is politics and play dirty politics. We had a committee in national security to deal with these guys. They think they don't intimidate something. They don't intimidate a thing. They're doing their own self and we. But we in the public, you know, we ain't gonna just sit by and let people get people as they like, you know. It's gonna get real nasty, and I've seen it, you know. I've seen it coming. What they doing this kind of nonsense for? We all are one. We all is one. We're doing this thing for. Eh? I see the slaughter coming, you know. I see the slaughter coming. Kortensia is not nice. We as black people can't be preaching these things. From the time I born out of Johnny, I never hear about this going up down Westbourne God, Irish Town. Look where my country become to with vagabonds. Look where the country become to, and nobody has said nothing. One homicide, two homicide, three homicide. I got to come and win FM and plead to them to come say something. Eh? This is not nice, and we're gonna tolerate it, you know. Because I know me ain't gonna stop talking in this country, and I know my brother culture ain't gonna stop talk. And the weak one who fear to talk, you all the citizens talk. Because we want to make people coming and think it's behind this kind of heinous crime, you know. Because it ain't gonna be nice. It can be community against them. When we get the truth, have a good day, my brother.
Thank you. All the best.
Okay, we need to take a quick break.
But you hear what Jamdang said. He calls for persons to talk, and in addition to that, just to play devil's advocate, Jamstar this time. You see, he said he's not going back to the radio.
No, but then it's only that show. It's just I see that's on Channel 40.
Yeah,
so.
But you see, he's been converted.
He can
I hope he has the internet because winmediaskn.com.
He's been converted.
WINN Media SKN.
So that's one less person who's going to listen to the radio during ILNT because there's a TV now.
Oh no! And plus, we need, as I said, we need the radio. We need the radio. Jamster?
Yeah, I mean, he's not getting it.
I know.
More people. Way more.
No. I'm saying if more people. As I said before, it's the older population that listen to radio. I'm not saying that radio is important. It is very important because we still have a set of persons. And of course, if you're driving, it's very... it keeps you company. So of course, there will always be a place for radio.
Because I don't think most people want to have to pay for a data plan for their cars. Yeah, some cars have the SIM slot and so on, where you could, you could have a data plan in the car. And I don't know how many people want to have to pay that kind of expense, especially knowing because of all our mountains, you might not even be getting it everywhere,
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Okay, let's take a quick break and come back. It's 9:10.
Yes.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
The CPL is back for 2024, and the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots are ready for the fight. This year, it will be the best ever CPL, with global superstars, massive sixes, and incredible entertainment at the biggest party in sport.
There are 5 games between August 31st and September 8th.
Get your tickets now at cplT20.com or at Warner Park. Turn it up and experience cricket played louder.
Have you heard the exciting news from Makana Ferry Service? Here goes! We've reinstated subsidized rates for 2024. So now you can travel to Sabre, Statia with a reduced return rate, and we introduce special same-day rates. Wait! There's more! You've asked for day trip to St. Martin? Well, now it's a reality! Yes, on the weekends. Also, with the introductory special same-day rates, giving you savings and affordable transportation options, where you save every time. And hear this, our new schedule now includes Anguilla. Go to www.makanaferryservice.com or call our local agents. Ship it for less at 869-466-1151 extension 2 or 662-3961. You can email makana@shipitforless.com. So now you know. Enjoy the sun, sand, and unforgettable celebrations this summer with Makana Ferry Service and the gift of connection.
(9:12). We are back and we go straight to the phone lines. Islandy, you're on the air.
Yes, good morning.
Hey.
Again. I think that Kamala's interview was just right. She didn't come over. I was afraid that she might have come over trying to be strong and stronger than Donald Trump and make bold, sweeping promises and those kinds of things. She did none of that. She played it safe, and I think that, as one commentator said, she did no harm. You know that Hippocratic oath that doctors have for saying do no harm. And the fact that there's no real talking points to it this morning, I think, is a plus for her. What I didn't like, though, was, the optics. You had this big white guy was like standing over her or sitting over her as if minding her kind of thing. The least they could have done was give her a higher chair and put her above him, because it gave the look so much like when Obama first started, that there's this black guy who's going to be president. I wonder what he's going to do. We better put Biden, who's tried and tested, and sure of his what policies he would support. Put him there just to keep an eye on, And it might not have been intended to be like that, but that's the impression I got when I look at it.
But look at
Walt is so much bigger. Yeah.
But look at it. There are two things to look at here. One, look at how things have changed with the Obama-Biden dynamic, in the sense that now they're saying, they've been saying that Obama is the one running things with Biden, that Biden has an earpiece and he's doing everything. You've heard this, right?
Yeah.
That.
And that's to Obama's credit. He was able to overcome that, and I think Kamala is going to have to overcome the same, because you see where they went, first of all.
But I don't see it like that. I don't see it like that. She is the presidential candidate and he's the vice presidential candidate. I don't see.
I'm saying the optics. It should look that way.
I don't.
When I look at how Walz was, towering over her, like watching over her kind of thing, I didn't like the look. To be quite honest.
But it wouldn't be any different if it was. But it wouldn't be any different if it was. I guess
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
You saw how Hillary Clinton basically took charge from the beginning, right? it was clear that she was nobody's man, or nobody's woman, so to speak. She was her own woman. Kamala has been fighting the fact that before she came on the scene as the presidential candidate, she was essentially a non-entity and almost laughed at or ignored, right? And to switch from that, I think she's doing a good job, but they still, you remember what this first started with, that she's afraid to do interviews because she can't think on her feet, she's not intellectually capable and all of that, okay? So she had to overcome that. I think she did to a large extent. And remember, too, that she had to overcome this idea that where she's flip-flopping, right? A lot of her policies weren't really what she really believed. She's now doing this, going towards the center to win the election. And to be quite honest, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. And I think the case she made in saying that her values haven't changed, I like that. Okay, because then I could be confident that if she becomes president, the things that she advocated for, she may not be able to get them because a lot of people put too much emphasis on presidential power. In reality, she depends on the House. Any president depends on the House for support to get through the agenda.
What do you think? What do you make of this? This article I'm reading here. They're making the case that, and I did notice this, so it's good that I've seen somebody writing on the same thing. This is from a site called The List. They're saying that Dana Bash is catching some heat because they're saying that she has shown herself to be biased in the different ways in which she interviews Trump versus Harris. They're saying, for example, that Trump was allowed to talk a lot of crap and go unchallenged, whereas last night she was very tough. She was very tough with Kamala. Let me see if I can find the passage.
If she didn't do that, she would have been accused of bias towards.
I thought she did a good job with the interview.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah, I thought she did a good job with the interview.
Yes, I think she was conscious of that.
No, but I've always thought they were biased because Trump gets away with a lot of stuff that Kamala doesn't get away with.
You see, Trump gets away with a lot of stuff that many persons wouldn't get away with.
True.
But they have to be conscious of the fact that there is the prevailing view that only Fox is on Trump's side. The rest of the media is biased towards the Democrat. Okay? And so I think they're conscious of that and want to be even-handed. They may go overboard trying to be even-handed.
Well, you're even-handed when one person gets all the tough questions.
Good interview. She didn't break any of the China. She gave the impression that she was mainstream. So, she's no hard lefty. Okay.
Here's what someone said here. Here's what someone a commenter on last night said. Two comments. First of all, she's a force to be reckoned with. If a reporter asked Trump any of these questions, he would have already called him nasty and stormed out. And that's a very good point. I'm sure you agree.
Yeah, and she made that point too, that it's time essentially that America do a reset, to use local words, and get back to normal. Trump is going to be chaotic again. I mean, you can be sure of that, okay? And she is the adult. She would be the adult in the room. I think that interview kind of showed that. She was a bit cautious. I mean, she didn't come out with anything bold or anything like that. And she certainly didn't come out as aggressive. So much so that Fox was saying that, could you imagine she in a room with Putin or Xi, the Chinese guy, president? They'll essentially tear her to pieces. I don't think so, right? But at the same time, if she had come out aggressive and hands flailing and all of that, people would have said, there she goes, trying to prove that she's tougher than a man. You know, I think she did it just right, to be quite honest.
You remember, like a year ago, they thought that she was basically useless and a waste of time, and now it's completely different. And I'm sure she's gonna prove to be just as effective going toe to toe with those dictators you just mentioned. So I don't.
I feel so too.
I'm not worried.
I feel so too. Right. So you know, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see because the expectations were there. Just like in Biden's case, one slip up, and that's it. And I think it's the same with her. She's being tested. A lot of people said they didn't know her. And so right now, a lot of people looking at her to try to gauge what kind of person she actually is. And in my opinion, she walked on thin ice, but she didn't break it.
Let me ask the three of y'all. Let me ask the three of y'all a question. I've said this to AZ and K many times. I get the impression that Azard doesn't agree with me, but I feel, and I think you agree with me, Ira, that I still feel that Biden was going to win.
You think he was going to win?
Yes.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
Nope.
Even with him being the better of the two, because he's not going to give away the country to anybody else?
No, Biden was gone.
Yeah, I don't think Biden would have been able to generate the energy that's been generated now.
Well, that's a good point, Azard, actually. Yeah, that's a good.
Well, maybe he would have had a hype man.
And he wouldn't have had the energy himself and the stamina for the coming campaign.
And then the monies that she was able to raise and monies
such a short time
in campaign, very important because you're able to buy and facilitate a number of things. When you look at,
but just look at the turnaround in itself. If that hadn't happened, and I think Nancy Pelosi and even Obama, even though he's claimed that it's claimed that he had a role in this, in putting shoving Biden under the bus. But I think they saw that Trump looked like he's on a winning streak here. And we can't allow that to happen. We have to shake things up. You know, when things are going just, sauntering along and nothing happening and there's no enthusiasm and energy, you need something to shake up things.
You know what I love? Apologies to Cleo, but you know what I love right now? That Trump is the old fat now.
you know Cleo loves her Trump. Cleo says it goes both ways. Y'all are very one-sided. Y'all hate for Trump is so plain.
No, it's not hatred. Look, the man had 4 years there. And it's like every day in the news cycle, there is some chaos, something happening with Trump. That ain't who you want. Somebody steady as the leader of the country. Not somebody who's going to be a showman. That's not a job for a showman or a TV personality. You can't lead by just presenting yourself in the media and making the headlines. You have to have substance behind you. You have to have drive. You have to have good ideas. You have to be charismatic. You have to show that you really stand out among your countrymen for the job that you've been elected to serve. And you can't tell me that Trump is that. Trump is divisive. He erratic. He's likely to be emotional about things, and I don't think that's a good person to be leading the free world, to be quite honest.
So your support goes to Kamala Harris.
Say again?
So your support goes to Kamala Harris.
Oh yes, yes, absolutely. I never thought that Donald Trump was a good candidate to be the leader in the first place. The thing with the presidency in the States, like I said, yes, he has a lot of power, but he also there are checks and balances that prevent the abuse of that power. So really and truly, he would not have been able to get away with murder. You couldn't go down Fifth Avenue and kill somebody and get away with it. Not in the States. But he could get away with a lot of things. And he can look as if he never looked presidential in my opinion. He looked more like a wannabe strongman, a wannabe Putin, to have his way. And it does not work like that in America, so I would not have been worried so much if he became president again, because I know there would be limits to his power, right? Similarly, with Kamala Harris, I know she's not going to be allowed to break things, okay? Do drastic about face with a lot of the policies and how America sees itself and those kinds of things. She would not be allowed to. I think eventually things are just going to end up being very stable. The American economy will continue along with its ups and downs, the ridges and the highs and the lows, because that's the way America works. It's a capitalist society at heart. And so there's very little that a president can do to affect those cycles. Although Donald Trump would like to essentially abolish the Federal Reserve and have more input in American financial policy, but I don't think he would have been allowed to do it. Okay? What's going to be critical is if Kamala is elected, she's going to have to try and balance that Supreme Court.
So Cleo says, good thing y'all can vote, so Trump don't have to worry about y'all.
That's what she thinks. But anyway, the judiciary, that right now, I think that is it's very activist. And I think Kamala is going to have to find some way to bring it more into the center, because they Trump packed the court with a lot of conservative, right-wing conservative people. And I think they've gone too far, to be quite honest. How she's going to do it, I don't know. Whether she's going to increase the numbers on the court, try to increase the numbers on the court.
I think President Biden was trying to introduce term limits.
And regulations and so on. Code of ethics.
You can't tell me that the judiciary itself can't be accountable. No. There's something wrong with that. This is not a kingdom.
Quick aside, something that could be an issue in the coming months. It was revealed. This is an article I read last night. It was revealed that Kamala Harris is, as they're positioning him, Max's father. He lives less than 1 mile from the White House, and he has never once visited her. Apparently, they checked logs. He's never visited. But she has always said that she and her father are not close, right? But the article is making the claim that one of the reasons that she might not be trying to, let's say, reconcile with her father is that they might try to dredge up the fact that apparently he used to work he was a consultant for the Jamaican government, which he himself has called like a hotbed of corruption. So there's a feeling that one of the things that's going on there is that they feel that the Republicans will try to make her a radical Marxist. That's what they're calling him by association.
Yeah.
And she looks just like her father, boy. Let me tell y'all, she looks just like her father.
Yeah, she has his face with her mom's here.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate that she has to think in those terms to come to some real approximation with her father. It is unfortunate. But
her father is now 86 years old.
Yeah.
Who, her father? Yeah, but when communism, Marxism, and that kind of thing, those are red herrings for the Americans. They're like Kortensia, who always believe Russia is bad. Right? That Kortensia?
I am listening.
Yeah? You're listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have these ingrained prejudices that they can't rid themselves of. They're red herrings, really, but that's the way it is.
Russia's bad.
And so they have to, if you're in American politics, you have to be conscious of those things and manage them, find ways around them. Otherwise, you're just not going to win. It's as simple as that. Okay? So I like the fact that Kamala is doing what it takes to win, what it takes to at least give her credibility as a candidate. And so we're going to have a nice race in November.
Okay, and on that note.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. We have Fireproof coming up, and we have a full house. And
Jamster, I have to mention you. I don't think we shed light on it, but the news agencies did. The young teen that was missing, she was found in Nevis. She turned herself in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes. Yolanda told me yesterday afternoon.
Okay, yeah, so she's okay.
So that's good.
She turned herself in.
I did. Yeah, we should have talked about that because I was talking about some of those issues with Yolanda, and she pointed out some legal things to me. So maybe Monday we can take a look at that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we have Fireproof coming up next. Let's get a word from Rams and come back and get the officers seated.
From the South, 98.9 FM.
Buster, pour it up, need the thirst quencher in my cup. If you have one, hold it up and say, what's the brother colors in my life? Refreshing and nice, and I drink that what we like. But stand you full of vibes, living full color, and a black and white. We do what we like, we live to enjoy life. Buster, pour it up, different flavor. Load it up. If you have one, hold it up and say, what's the brother colors in my life?
It's 9:34 and it's time for Fireproof. We got a fairly full house. Good morning. Good morning, officers.
Good morning.
Okay.
So, officers, I see we have a new face in the studio. So, we're going to allow you to introduce yourself, and we're going to allow you to introduce the topic for this morning.
Okay, good morning. My name is Roosevelt Howe. I'm the fire substation officer level 2, officer in charge of the Sandy Point and Tabernacle district.
Okay.
Well, I was invited here today by fire station officer Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Basically to give a rundown of the district and how we operate and what we do, what our plans are, and stuff like that.
So, what are some of your plans?
Well, for the upcoming school term, the new term, we will be venturing into the schools, the primary schools, secondary schools, and also the daycares, government and public, where we'll be pushing our fire prevention program, where we go to different organizations. We teach them fire safety, whether it's how to use extinguisher, what to do in terms of fire. We assist, we don't create, we assist them with putting together their fire plan or their emergency evacuation plans and stuff like that.
Yes. So, how are you going to implement this?
Well, first of all, we'll meet with the head of the schools, and we'll sit down and discuss. It's something that's been ongoing for a while. So it's like
how long has it been?
Rotation. Well, it happened since around 2015, 16 when I was transferred in Sandy Point. It was basically for government places, government schools, and the hospitals, the health center, the post office, and stuff like that. But then we venture out into the general public, like supermarket shops, the factories, and other privately owned business.
And how has the reception been?
Well, it has been very, very good. I mean, people listen, and between 2015 to now, we are having less impact of fires and properties. So the people are taking precaution there. Some people still reluctant in putting certain measures in place, because, things expensive and you got to order them outside, or, some stuff like that. But we get in there. I'll say we get in there.
Okay, wonderful. Officer Clark, is anything you want to say?
Well, I want to welcome Mr. Howe. I know he has a long list. I think we should give him the opportunity. We should give him the opportunity to, just a little minute to just let the person in the whole district subdivisions to let them know that Mr. Howe is the person in charge, and if they have any queries, he's the man. So he's in a hot seat today. So just going to continue with his list. And then afterwards, we just engage him.
Okay, then. He put it back on you.
As usual.
Yes.
Well, the rural district is basically the rural part of St. Kitts. The Sandy Point Station, we cover from Franklin down there by Challengers as far on to Deep Bay. And the Tabernacle Fire Station covers from Parson Gong up to Atlee's project. That's the project there when you're coming out there to come up by Brighton. In the district, we have 2 fire tenders. G278 is based in Tabernacle, and 294 is based in Sandy Point. They are Bush tenders, come from the company Rosenbauer in the States. Each truck carries 750 gallons of water, and these trucks are full at all times. All times. People say we go on the scene and the fire truck ain't got no water. Basically because when the CS go on the scene, we hook up the hose to the hydrant one time. That is not because the truck ain't having no water. That is to keep the supply flowing to the truck so that we don't have to stop to fill up the truck or go look at hydrant. So we know where most of the hydrants are. Some of them have been moved because they fixed the road, and some of them are damaged, and the water department either cut them out or they still have to replace them. So when we go to the scene, say, for instance, we get a car like, say, halfway tree, right, across there by the church. We know we have a hydrant just about 200 yards from the church. So we'll locate the hydrant, clean it out. If we need to be cleaned up, we hook up the standpipe, connect with hose, and we feed the truck. So the water constantly flowing in the truck. So that is one thing that we need people to understand. The truck them don't be empty at all. So far, we had in the district, Tabernacle, we had 66 calls, and in Sandy Point, we had 67 cars. Remember, I said cars and not just fires, because we get cars for accident, we get cars for people who lock out the house, and sometimes, the lady might have a nice little lap dog and he dropped down in a well or something, and they call us to rescue it and so.
Okay, so you actually implying the rescue aspect of the name.
Fire and rescue services, yes. We as we talk a little earlier, and we with the fire prevention, the daycare, the private home, the hospitals and stuff like that. We do go to carrier fairs especially by the high schools and private school. When they have these career fairs, they will call us. We do a demonstration. We explain to them what we do. We show them the uniform, and we, sometimes we let them come by the truck. You show them the truck, you explain the tools and stuff and the truck to them.
Yeah.
We carry out daily training. It's not every day, but on a weekly basis, where we do in-house training lectures, including the equipment and the truck, how to use them. We service them at the station most of the time. And then we do go out in the public as well and do what we call pump drill. That is where you go out and you do the wet drill. You actually throw out the hose, supply the water, you hit a target, and stuff like that. We also do what we call a district patrol. It was implemented a while back, but during the COVID and the water situation and stuff, we kind of laid back on it. But we do a district patrol where we'll go out in the district, we'll pick a village, an area we go out, we meet people by the shop, in a gathering. Sometimes we just drive through, we meet children, ask us questions, we talk to them, interact with them. That is for us to get familiar with the place most of the time. Because, with these developments coming, they might cut a road there, or somebody might build a house to the back in the bush. You don't know it's there unless you go there. So that is part of what the district patrol is for. We assist the water department, the water shortage right now. I'm sure probably you might be somewhere, maybe in the St. Peter's, the Cairn area, or even in the Phillips's area, where you might see a fire truck heading water. We do assist water department with that. It's free of charge. We don't charge nobody for it. We also help out the agriculture sector in the rural area. You have some farms up Fires and up Phillips's and them place. As long as the appliance could go and they don't have water, and the agriculture department contact fire services to the chief, we do assist them with water.
Okay. Talk about Mr. Howe. Talk about the fires. What about traffic accidents and the number of vehicles, imported vehicles we have coming in the federation? Can you touch on the how this relates to traffic accidents in our district?
Yes, in the district, each appliance have the jars of life and the rescue tools. We really had to use them much recently, like in the last 2 years, but they're there. Each officer is equipped with them. We have a lot of traffic accident on the road. Most of the time we get a call, but sometimes when we reach, bystanders might don't execute the person from the vehicle.
Yeah.
So we just go, we take whatever information, we help the police with clean up, washing off and stuff like that. Most of them is fender benders. And then sometimes you might have a serious accident where somebody's trapped. We have to respond to that. As long as we get the car, we respond to it. Most of the time, EMS will call us for accident and stuff, like when they're gone, they can't get out the person. Because people call 911 first, the information will go to the police, then to EMS. As long as they need assistance, they call us. We ain't had too much major accident where we had to cut out people and rescue people, but yeah, we had some of that. The road is congested with vehicles. Most people want to park right in front of the yard. People don't have in mind that there is a fire appliance in the area, anything can happen. Sometimes you go in an area, say for instance in Sadlers, most of the roads in Sadlers are small. You're going to have a vehicle on the left, one on the right. The space going through there is too small for the fire truck.
Yep.
We encounter a situation where we go to scene and then we have, even though the siren is on, you have to be blowing your horn and calling people to move the vehicle. So that is one of the major problems. You have people who have vehicles that are broken down on the road, and they just left them there. They didn't pull them off, no, they just leave them there. That's a hazard also, because one, it's there, anything could happen, anybody could pass, charge cigarette, and the like. Also, the vehicle broke down on the road is there, I can come and I can park over here, because this is where I live. Me concerned that the vehicle had to leave a space for the appliance to go through. So, that's part of it.
Hurricane preparedness?
Yes, for the hurricane season, we do some preparation for ourselves as fire officers. We make sure our equipments are up to date, make sure that they are serviced properly, make sure we have the proper amount of fuel to support us. We work in conjunction with NEMA. Whenever there's a hurricane or a storm, we normally call a reserve Depends on the grade of the storm. And with the reserve, all officers are on duty. Now, even though all officers are on duty, when a car is coming, we don't go out with all officers. We go with the working shift. If we need assistance, the others behind. During this time, we do not, and I will say this, we do not and we will not come out in the storm to perform any rescue duties. Safety first. You're coming, you're supposed to be off the road, you're coming down the road in your car go down the gut, you call the fire truck. The fireman, them have to come to rescue you. We come out, we have to go in the raging water. When you look, one of us might lose the fitting, or something might happen, we get washed away. We can't rescue you. So we do get the information, but we don't move. Also, during the passing of a storm, as long as there's the EOC is activated, all information goes through the EOC. So even if your house just down the road and it's burning, we can't just turn off to go to out it. The information must pass through the EOC because there is in command. They command the whole emergency system. So if the EOC say you can't move, you can't move unless you get a command from them. After the storm, we do what we call a drive-through. We have train SARS, we have pick, we have axe, we have matchet. We do a drive-through and we assist by cleaning the road, especially. If you have a tree in your yard and you fall on your house, you just fall on and thing, we can do that. We also looking at implementing a pre-hurricane assistance program where we could come out if you have big trees in your yard and you want them cut down, you can contact the fire, but you must go to the chief and then we could come out and we assist you with things on the tree and stuff like that.
Okay. I hope persons heard that. They can't come, so stay inside. Don't be outside in your cars. Don't be in the guts in your cars. Stay off the road.
Yes. Anything else?
Anything else we have to add?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, if Mr. Clark would allow me to talk about this, sure, our summer safety program, which we try to do annually, but because of COVID, we had put it on the pause. That helped a lot in the terms of reducing serious fire, like house fires and stuff like that. Because what happened, it started way back, but to say in the last 10 years, we don't get fire calls, especially house fire calls, where children like playing with matches, playing with cards and stuff like that. So it really, really helped. And it's a great program that we try to run every year, around July. I think it's the second week in July, Mr. Clark. So it helps a lot because it teaches the children them, and we find that a lot of the children them who we taught back then are now adults. So because of this program, they're able to, carry out the safety measures in the home and stuff like that.
I never really asked, whose initiative was it to start the camp, and was it because you had a lot of fires where kids were playing with matches or doing stuff like that? That's what drove the initiation of this summer camp?
Well, as far as I could remember, there was a lady who used to work for your services, Miss Natalie Fo.
Okay.
When I joined the service in 2000, between 2000 and I think it was 2003 or 4, we used to have a lot of problems with children lighting fire. I've been to a couple of calls where children just light fire. At one call up St. Peter's, a little boy was inside and he had a candle. And he lit the candle and he had the candle in there and the wax burned him. He dropped the candle on the bed. The bed was a sponge bed, sponge.
Yeah,
and it lit. And he ended up went out the bedroom and went in the bathroom to hide. Is the older brother smell the smoke, and when he come inside and he threw a bucket of water in it and the cars. And I spoke to the little boy, just talk to him as Mitchell, because the mother was upset. And in our time, when your parents say I'm going to kill you, they mean kill you, but and the mother was upset. And I talked to the mother, and I tell her, let me talk to him. I pull him aside, I talk to him cool and calm, and he understand and say what's going on thing. And up to today, if that young man see me, he always remind me about it. So the camp was initiated from that, and from the inception of the camp coming up to now, we have had great success.
Yeah,
when it comes
I've
with
heard
children preventing.
The numbers are increasing.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a very good initiative.
Yes, preventative measures. Mr. Howe spoke about vehicles not adhering to the sirens. I don't think I'll person. What are you experiencing? The sirens person that having the AC with blasted music inside?
Well, most of the time, yeah, people have the window up, the AC on, and the blasting the music. Sometimes people are just studying them, then they ain't even going to do nothing. You understand? And that is a problem. We have instances where some person will actually let the fire truck pass, and then they pull and start to dash behind the fire truck. Now that is very, very dangerous to the person in that vehicle behind, because these trucks, they have very, very strong brakes, and they can stand up on a dime. You understand? And sometimes you're traveling and you will see vehicles still trying to come out of a junction to get in front of the fire truck or to get across to pass the fire truck and something like that. What we find though is that, from my experience, it's from the time we started to do this program here, we get in a lot more cooperation from the general public in terms of travel.
That's good.
A lot of people tends to pull aside now, right? But still you have the one and two in between, who they just don't care. We even had instance where we're going to fire calls. One time I could tell you is going down there by UMHS.
Okay.
We was actually going to a house call in Boyd's, and this guy in a sports car just actually passed the truck.
Yeah.
We are traveling at a good speed, and he actually passed the truck. But when he passed the truck, now we had some vehicle coming, and he had some vehicle in front who was pulling this side, so he had no other choice than to pull this side. It doesn't make sense to try to do that. Because you pass the truck and somebody come in and stop, you lose control. The same truck going to rescue you.
Yeah, people not hearing. We have traffic talk every Monday, and then I still see accidents, people still doing ridiculous things on the road.
Yeah.
As humans, we're not behaving, we're not hearing, and we obviously think like the cars, we can be fixed.
And also, what we find is sometimes when we're traveling, the siren wailing, the horn blowing, and you in front, you walk up. I mean, want them to pass me, so you can mash them and go. We find that a lot.
Has persons driving behind you or who decide to cut in front of you, has that ever caused an accident for the service?
One time there, coming across Spanwood, I was on duty. We was going to a house call in the Magnet area. And from the time we get a call and the truck start, as soon as we turn out from under the garage, we put on the siren. We don't even have to come out the gate. The siren is on. That is to indicate to the people outside when we're passing that we're coming. And we coming across there by the roundabout. That's way back, like probably between 2012, 14.
Yeah.
And this guy was in the stop there by Convent, Biakascano. I actually see the car come up and stop. And then he tried to force out in front of the fire truck to get up before the truck passed. And the driver for the truck, he tried to pull to the right, but he could not go too far over because he had people in the stop.
Yeah.
And that car get a lash, send the car up on the sidewalk. We couldn't stop because we got an emergency call. So we went, and then we went back to the station, and we was inquiring about the person, and up to now, we didn't find out who he was.
It's got the person knew they were wrong.
Yes,
so
and nobody come and make no complaint.
Wow.
If we're traveling, whether we get on a car or not, and we have a collision or we have an accident where we have a vehicle, we always try to, sort it out, try to find the person and so. But most of the time, nobody does show up because they know they're wrong.
But why be wrong? Why not be safe?
It's human nature, we just want to get there, so we just want to say, man, we go to in front of them, we beat them, we pass them. People ain't really care about stuff right now.
And I was saying over here to the officer over here that when we go to other countries, we adhere to the laws.
Everything.
You see first responders,
pull over.
you pull over and you stop. And here people have almost no respect for the first responders.
We just think they're wasting time. They're just using the sirens to get by.
I was in Barbados in 2017, and there was an ambulance coming, and the ambulance had on a siren, and every vehicle on the road actually stop and pull over, give the ambulance the way away.
That's how it should be.
But in saying it, we got a don't care kind of style, so I guess that's how people is. But it's very dangerous when you do that.
I've seen especially bus drivers take advantage of it and drive behind the ambulance because everyone pulls off to the side, so the bus driver to get ahead will go behind the ambulance.
Really?
I've seen that happen before.
Well, I had to talk to two of them. To busman because I drive bus as well. So I talk to them, let them know what they're doing is wrong and it's dangerous, and they apologize. I know them. And when I see, if I see somebody do it and I know the person, I will speak to the person.
Wow.
Because it's wrong. You know, and they do that a way to get ahead of all the traffic and to get, you know, where they're going quick.
But as you said, if you stop suddenly because of something, that's their lives and the people's lives in the vehicle that they're carrying.
Yes.
Oh gosh, busmen, please continue to get a good rap because you're always getting a bad rap. Behave.
When it ain't busman do it, most of the time it's people in private vehicle do it.
So everybody that's doing it, stop it.
Yes.
Yes. I'm being the mommy of the show today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get licks? Corporal punishment.
No, listen, nobody believe in licks or punishment these days because obviously, as he said, nobody hearing. Everybody doing as they please.
One thing I would like to express this morning on the show is that people still burning trash and garbage on the property without the permission. It is dangerous health-wise to other people. I have people living in the area who have asthma. Some people may have some kind of chronic disease that, you know, a little contaminated air get in the system may affect them. What I does and did is if I come to your place, I will speak to you, we'll explain it to you, and we'll ask you to out it. If I come back a second time, what I normally do is we call the police. Because people, there is a document called the Small Charges Act where persons can be charged under the Small Charges Act for lighting fire without permission. But it's just that it is not enforced.
I was just going to ask you.
We are a passionate organization. We give people chances. We talk to you, we reason with you, we let you know, don't do it again. But most people adhere to the advice. You know? You have this one gentleman in Sandy Point. Every time he wants to burn, he will come to the fire station. He don't call. He will come seek permission. Now, where he live is close to the sea, close to the cliff in Sandy Point. So he most time will get permission, depends on the direction of the wind, because everything is blowing out to sea. But if you live in a built-up area, so if you live in the heart of McKnight, we won't give you permission to burn there. We stop giving people permission to burn at this moment because of the increase in asthma patient and the effect the smoke will have on them. What we recommend you do, you get the stuff, you collect them and you get them thrown away. What people don't realize is, okay, you could burn your stuff in the morning. So you're going to get up 7 o'clock, you burn your stuff. I might leave to go work for 7 o'clock. By the time I go home 6 o'clock and go in my house, the same thing there. That is going to bother me bad if I have a chronic disease. So it ain't like this smoke and just go up in the air and blow away. It will get in your house, get in your clothes, in your curtain, whatever, and it's stuck in there because your house is closed. So we are not giving permission to burn for anybody in a residential area unless you're in a particular area where the direction of the wind will take the smoke in an area that it won't disturb nobody.
Anybody. Okay. Anyone, I should say. Okay. Yep. Jumps, anything to add?
No, just a great presentation, I have to say, and you know, a lot of timely topics came up, and we hope to continue this next week. This was a great show. You guys always bring it, huh?
Yeah, they've been bringing it.
It's our job, so we have.
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So that's gonna do it for Fireproof for this week, and I hope to see you guys back next week. And because I was just talking to the officer over here about some of the other things that he wants to address in the coming weeks and so on in the future. So, yeah, we got you guys back.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, all the best. This is my final show, so I won't be back next week to host. But I wish you all the best in your endeavors, and of course, it won't be the last you've seen of me.
No, not at all. Yeah,
so
I want to wish you all the best as well. And
thank you so much.
Don't be a stranger.
Of course not. I might come back as a guest host for after the US election for a little chit chat.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yes.
We have some comments in there. People are ragging on us for being. I think we were in the tank for Kamala. What's wrong with that?
Oh boy.
Okay, folks, that's gonna do it for Island Tea this morning.
Yeah, let me say for the last time.
Yeah,
shut it down, Jamster. Shut it down.
You don't want to say anything before you leave?
Well, I just want to say thank you. It's been a very good time here on Island Tea. I started in January of last year, 2023. Made it to August 2024. And I want to say thank you to everyone who listened, persons who messaged and shared kind words. I thank you so much. And of course, it's not the last you're going to hear of me. So, stay tuned. Yes.